It is an incredible honor to be with all of you tonight to celebrate 20 years of the Refuge Center for Counseling. I'd like to go on a journey with you over the next 15 minutes. It's been 2 decades since Jen and I began this journey together in co-founding the Refuge Center. In those early days, there was nothing about our reality that would signal anything special was about to happen. We were 2 young therapists in our early 20s. We were recent graduates of a master's degree with no business background, no leadership skills, and little understanding of how nonprofit regulations work. The truth is, most days we were just getting by, operating in a blurry-eyed, sleep-deprived haze of having newborns and trying to build an organization from scratch. Sarah was referencing her wonderful internship, but what she didn't tell you is back in those days we were on a toilet cleaning schedule, and everybody had to see a client and then clean the toilets and then see another client, and we just had to do it all. It's generous to say that we had no idea what we were doing, but God. There were only 2 things that we knew for sure back then. We had been given a calling to make hope and healing accessible to everyone. It's in our DNA, regardless of their ability to pay. We were willing to ensure that Refuge would become what God wanted it to be. You know, those early years felt like driving down a foggy road at night, just trying to keep our eyes on that outer white line and trusting that if we stayed close to it, we'd get where we were meant to be. The white line was our faith and the belief that everyone matters, that they should be treated with the highest level of care and dignity. Listen, in a world that loves celebrity culture and VIP seating and backstage passes, the Refuge Center holds no such values. No matter who you are or what you can pay, when you walk through our doors, you deserve the very best access to care and healing. Tonight, looking back on the last 7,300 days, I'm in awe of the journey so far. Refuge has never been an address or a building, although we're so thankful to be in our home. Refuge is not just a mission statement or a strategic plan. Refuge is a collection of moments. It's a collection of relationships. And sometimes moments are easy to miss, but we don't. It's every time the phone rings and someone is crying on the other end. It's the compassion that we give them. It's Chelsea and Nick who felt less alone last year after their son Baylor died. It's Harold, our military veteran, who decided that he would not take his life last April 26th after he had packed his kill bag, but he would keep going and living with purpose. It's Shirley who, after her daughter was murdered, coming to the Refuge Center and deciding that she would, in fact, gather the strength to now raise her granddaughter. It's Krista finding years of trauma led to freedom through her emotional health journey. And it's William and Stephanie who learned to be on the same page as a couple while raising both adopted and biological children. Refuge is the smiles and flowers and rocking chairs that clients are greeted with when they first arrive. It's the pain that people can leave at our doorstep when they finish their session because their arms are too full of hope to carry it out. Refuge is the honest conversations with our team. It's showing up for each other at funerals, weddings, births, and everything in between. Refuge is a community where we show up and tell the truth. And that, my friends, is the beginning of healing and hope. When I think about the road that we've traveled, what stands out are not the struggles, though there have been many, or the celebrations for which we have a lot to be grateful for. What strikes me most about the past 2 decades are the people that God brought with us on this journey. We have never been alone, not for 1 minute, not in anything. I think of early board members like Randy Clark and Carl Roberts and Keith Solomon, who are all here tonight. They helped Refuge to mature in form and function. They gave sacrificially, and they taught us how to lead in wisdom and faith. I think about therapists like Daniel Stewart and Linda Cushing Bennett, who are now both in heaven, who loved Refuge with their whole heart and devoted the best years of their life to serving our mission. I think about Mike and Denise Bennett, who 7 years ago, when we inquired about their land on Long Lane, said we would love to be a part of a miracle story, and then sold us those 7 acres for pennies on the dollar. I think about community leaders like Mayor Moore, whose support and mentorship is worth more than gold to us. I think about Dick Wells and Darren Whitehead from Church of the City, Susie Lind from Journey Church, Jeff Simmons from Rolling Hills, and all the community and faith leaders whose, frankly, generosity helped us make payroll more than once in the early years and held our arms up when our calling felt hard to bear. These leaders walk with us in tragedy and in triumph. I also think about all of our partners, GraceWorks, Bridges, Williamson Health, the Change Your Brain Foundation, and Justice and Mercy International. There's really not a spirit of competition in this community. Among our nonprofits, there is such a sense of support and friendship. I think that's very rare, and it's such a gift. And of course, I think of our clients who inspire us to keep going even when it feels impossible. Thank you all so much. When people ask me how we got here, my answer is simple. We got here together. So many of you have been a part of our story, playing a role in the miracles that changed our community forever. So these past 2 decades, we've supported tens of thousands of clients and provided more than 350,000 hours of therapeutic care. Last year alone, we provided 41,000 sessions for more than 4,000 clients. And together, we built a state-of-the-art facility, our new home. This is a 7-acre campus that features walking trails, a prayer chapel, a labyrinth, therapeutic water, wind, and fire features. And it's anchored with a 15,000 square foot facility with 36 offices that already hold thousands of stories of restoration and healing. There is nothing in the entire country like this doing what we do. And together, we are just getting started. I know this for certain because the need for mental health care has never been greater. For all of the wealth and affluence and charm and influence of our community, this community is not without pain. 37% of adults in Tennessee are dealing with anxiety and depression. That's a third of this room. 39% of the people in Tennessee never reach out for help because they don't think they can afford it. Not true at the Refuge Center, where our clients who are below the poverty line and uninsured come for free. Last year, 21 people died by suicide just in our county. Generally, Caucasian males between the ages of 35 and 65. That's a very high-risk demographic for us. And 1 in 5 Americans, 20% of people say they don't have a single person to have a meaningful conversation with. That's the loneliness epidemic that Mayor Moore and I are talking about. How do we target that here in the city of Franklin? Our kids are dealing with body dysmorphia, eating disorders, tech addiction, skyrocketing anxiety, and the lack of face-to-face relationships. We can't ignore these stats. We can't. Tonight, as we speak, we have over 200 people on our waiting list at the Refuge Center. They need what we can provide, and really, this is why you're here tonight. We do what we do together. Refuge is positioned on the front lines to support our community in ways that no one else can. We have over 70 therapists. Our therapists work in every modality you can imagine. We have group therapy, family therapy, EMDR, art therapy, yoga, neurofeedback, and specialized care for kids. And the heartbeat is that no matter who you are, where you come from, what your job title is, or what you can afford to pay, when you walk through our doors, you deserve the very best access to care and healing. No one could have predicted that we'd end up here 20 years ago, least of all Jen and I. But together, we stand with you tonight. And just as we once dreamed of this moment, it's time to dream a new dream. I'd like to share a few of those dreams, and I pray that you'll go with us. So our first step is to ensure that we are firmly planted and financially secure, that our roots are strong enough to support the tree where God is growing us. So our first goal is to become debt-free on our current campus. We still owe $4.5 million, and we'd like to be debt-free by 2028. We want to establish an endowment that forever protects the sliding fee scale for all of the clients we will serve here forward. We plan to continue to expand our wellness programs with educational and holistic care, because these options not only support healing, but can prevent burnout and trauma. We'll be partnering with Hope Award winner tonight, Ben Zobrist, and Trinity View Farms to start providing equine therapy out at his farm, which is just a few miles away from our campus. We have the option to purchase the land next to us and create a retreat center. We will continue to build partnerships with churches, schools, and businesses. And we're about to embark on a one-of-a-kind collaboration with the Belmont College of Law. This is to help jurors, court advocates, and judges to navigate their mental health post-trial when they have been assigned to traumatic cases. The Refuge Center will partner to provide therapeutic services to those individuals. We have a dream of improving our compensation and benefits packages so we can continue to attract the best practitioners across the country, so they want to make Refuge a vocational home. We also have the opportunity to explore writing a book and creating a documentary about the Refuge Center story in hopes of sharing it with nonprofits all over the country. Can you imagine what would happen if we could teach other communities to replicate what we're doing? That's how we change the world. And you're as much a part of this vision as we are. You could be anywhere tonight, but you're here, and thank you. It's no accident that you're here. You are the team that has been assembled for such a time as this. You are a community of hearts and minds brought together to bridge the gap tonight between someone's pain and their healing. So our goal tonight is to raise $450,000. That will allow us to care for the 4,100 clients we serve on the sliding fee scale. But as you can see, we're going to step into some new territory, and the need for the road ahead is greater. This call would be impossible alone, but together we have, and together we will. In honor of tonight being the 20th anniversary for the road ahead and the road behind, I have a big ask. I'm humbly asking you to give with fearless generosity tonight. I'm asking you to share in my confidence and excitement, knowing it will come back to you 1,000 times over. Whatever you would normally give at an event like this, would you consider stretching that and help us move beyond just our basic needs, but proactively investing in the future ahead? Refuge Center promises to steward every dollar beyond your expectation. We will be among the most trustworthy and impactful organizations that you could ever partner with. So our goal tonight is to lock arms and unlock fearless generosity. That's when miracles happen, and miracles is what we've been praying for all day today. Refuge has deep roots in this community already, but what if we could double the amount of our impact? Tonight, will you surprise and shock us? There are 10 people in the room who can give $25,000, and that will very specifically halt generational trauma for 97 women who need a year of counseling due to domestic violence. If 50 of you could give $5,000, that would then provide 100 children with the opportunity to get grief counseling after they have lost a spouse or a sibling or a parent. And we have lots of children coming who have lost siblings and parents. If every person in the room tonight could give $1,000, it would ensure, and this is one of my favorite things, that 5,129 counseling sessions would be provided for those who live below the poverty line. So will you consider making a sacrificial gift tonight to make this possible? Whatever you give, we receive it humbly and gratefully. We will go where we are called, but ultimately it is you that sends us. 20 years ago, we never would have dreamed what would happen through a simple yes to God's call. But you gathered around us, you stood shoulder to shoulder with us, and you made it possible. So how did we get here? We got here together. I want you to know you are valued and appreciated. And 20 years from now, we will look back on tonight as a miracle. It will be your legacy of love that changes everything. We'll be back here at our 40th with our minds blown, thousands of lives and stories changed, and it will be because of you. I am in awe of all of you, and I can't wait to see what you do next.